Dixie Charleston wants to know things. Right, well this is clearly a dead end, so we'll go here first. You know, I am kind of wondering, and it's the case on the box art for the game as well, why have they got Kazuya front and centre, given that he's sort of like... he's neither the main antagonist nor the main protagonist. Like, he is nominally a driving force in the plot, but, like, we're a good, like, I've got to assume at least, like, a third of the way through, and he's not even, like, he has been named so far. But he doesn't seem tremendously important in this per se. But sometimes you've gotta be in the front even though it's not right. I mean, certainly I don't know how much success they could have guaranteed if they'd put Lars Alexanderson front and centre on the box. Don't necessarily know how much of a draw that would have been. But you know what? You know what? Sometimes the candy floss machines gets broken because you said it wrong. And then you will share its fate. There you go, that will happen to you. And the candy floss at the same time. Go away from me! Don't do a little dive. It matters not. Chicken. Oh, I've ran out of bullets at some point in all of that. Oh, why'd you stop me when I was in the middle of all sorts of fun shapes? Oh, you got me at that point, Alistair, I think. I can't believe I'm saying this, but don't go down the road going... Alright, now's not the time to impersonate a chicken in the street. We don't need that one joke over and over again. People have a feel that, you know, it's not actually meant to be a joke, it's more of a, it's a riddle, I think. The whole why'd the chicken cross the road thing. I don't know why. I guess it's... hello? That's right, this is a martial arts dojo. I guess we're sort of on the way to it. Did we get, like, an opening spiel for this bit? I remember nothing about it, if so. I guess curtains aren't real. Not tonight. Go home. Go to bed. Go back. On your word, if your name is Fred. And when I'm done, you will be through. A plague of nightmares wait for you. I'm glad I could watch you be defeated. Oh, heaven's sake. Oh heavens, here's all of my things. No, you keep stopping me while I'm chaining together all my funny events. You are the enemy of nice circles. Stampy? No, Stampy it says. No, Stampy, I'm the enemy of Stampy as well. There'll be no stamping on my watch. I mean, you'd break it, so like... yeah, I feel like I shouldn't have to explain that. But at the same time, what you don't understand is that watch is evil. It's full of curses. You shouldn't buy cursed watches, alright? I know I know they're priced to own. But, you know, that's precisely because... maybe we should be examining the economy in which the only watch you could afford is a cursed one. Hello? I don't know what's... The name of your dojo's got something to do with the guy. Which I guess is why we're here. Because again, I have no memory of the opening blurb we got, if it happened at all. I'm sorry to say I'm not paying a huge amount of attention. I know you must be very disappointed. I know I am. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, Benny. You gotta get over the locust problem. It was years ago. You gotta move on with your life. Even though the locust stole your wife, get off! I have to ask that you stay away. Oh! Oh! I was gonna take away your toes! Here we go. Yes, a sibling of his mother's. Alright. Fair enough. Fair enough. Now I'm aware that we do know the context, at least. I accidentally retried. I was gonna be Bob. Not because I was particularly struggling, but purely because I hadn't invoked the Bob rule in a while. I sort of just want to be Bob. I mean, fuck, it's not like the plot matters. Away I go! Noom. Well, you stopped nooming for a second. A narrow prevention of noom nearly took place, but here's the thing. Oh, you had a thing of your own. You said, no, here's the thing. I dictate what the thing is this time. You're playing by my rules now, Capratio. You stole my lightning formula. So now I'm afraid the onus is on you to make good use of it. I somehow doubt you will. But I'll reserve judgment. There we go, you took your head off, you're throwing your brain around. Yes! Get him! Yes! I destroyed sentient life. Hooray! Watching werewolves go upstairs and replacing all the bears. We don't know why, they just think we are the superior wildlife. That's not your call to make. It's just weird. Some weird werewolf eugenicist is just like, oh, be-do. I don't want to think about that anymore. So it is now abruptly over. I've thrown a harpoon through him. The problem is fixed. Give me lots of information, please. I'm not sure what your connection is to Jin precisely, and I don't really know that you know at all, either. I don't know if it winds up being anyone's business. I don't know how much it matters. Or if you're basically just here to replace a moveset, you just sort of dragged her a little bit. You were just like, no, come over here and stoop down slightly. I don't care what other plans you had today, you're doing this now. Well, now I say unto thee, welcome, Sister 43! I feel like a lot of people are doing that twiddly round cyclone move, who don't know one of those. I, to be honest, don't know anyone other than Lee who knows that move, and I feel like I've seen 3 different people at least do it at this point. But there we go. There we go, I don't know. Here we go, a substitute instructor. Oh, terrible. I was gonna say how funny it was sarcastically, but it just didn't. It didn't let me. Let's go all the way over here. The 11th Avenue. In the Central District. All the way over to the right. You've gotta stand up. You've gotta stand up. You've gotta do really vague and low effort social commentary. And then stand up. You gotta flip the people over and do a funny dance, and that's what it's all about. Oh, go away. Well, you... Grabby. No, he says no, Grabby. I'm not getting any closer. You can do all the grabby you try. It won't matter to me. Beef. Beef! My friend is a pot of beef, and I'm summoning him here to deal with you. Lightning punch, don't mind if I do. Lightning punch, how about you? Look at all the crime happening. It's mostly just the same people we've been punching. I don't know why this in particular is crime time. It's really sort of difficult for them to tell any kind of distinguishable story. It's mostly just fighting people in alleyways. Not even a whole bunch of environmental storytelling going on. Clearly struggling to find stuff to fill out the time, and yet they're so reluctant to get to the point. Gotta make a whole mode of it, I suppose. And then they didn't do... Like, they did something in 7, but it wasn't this. It wasn't in the same vein. But we'll get to 7 when I get to 7, I suppose. All I will say... It was, like, marginally less ambitious. And I don't know if, like, the reception to this... well, I don't know what the reception was to this, and therefore I don't know if that maybe explains their decision. I mean, like, they've still gone slightly sort of... They went a bit weird with it still. So, like, clearly they weren't completely deterred. But you know what? Maybe I was about to say maybe they've just got artistic vision, but then I remembered that they just sort of shoehorned Akuma from Street Fighter into the game as like a main plot character for some reason. So honestly, I don't know whose hands on what rudder at this point. I'm fine with it, but like, fuck, man, you know? Like, I miss the days when I wouldn't have to think so cynically about it, but I'm knowing all the stuff I know now about how this industry ticks. You know, Ubisoft can only shelter so many rapists before I start sort of looking at everything else through shit-tinted glasses. Hello? It's Bob! It's Bob himself. Please leave, Bob. I move along for no one! I've misunderstood the situation! Ha 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 ha! Oh, fuck. You don't want to have to fight Bob. Bob is really gonna give you nightmares. He's like cheese in that way. Oh. Don't. You have sort of killed the woman you were trying to protect. Ow, shit! Well, what do we do now? There's no Bob rule to fall back on. Well, he's the Bob. You know what? Maybe the only way to beat Bob is to become him. Yep. There's another fine mess for me to bail you out of. Now, because this is Bob's stage, I don't think Bob gets any funny scenery dialogue. Is the only trade-off. But at least the situation will be resolved. We know and we observe, and we think it's pretty great. Light. I can roll backwards, I can roll forwards. But what you want? I hadn't entirely intended to do all of that. The mightiness of my biffs cannot be contravened. And my hat grants me many coins, so you should go away, really. Just not even really bother. Poof! I've got a strong sense of who to poke, and the means to poke them. I am a deadly combination in and of myself. To be honest, I think just having the weapon is barely an advantage, because I'm just so powerful on my own. Don't need that. I don't need to be armed. I'm not a Casey'd Jones. It does not behoove me. Oof, look. Sir, prevent yourself from doing that. Wing. Wing, you can go. And then sort of... Is that a two-part move, or am I... No. No, I'm sort of going fuck out of memory lane, really. What am I... Yeah, it is this. There we go. Would it... That's sort of a tertiary move. I don't necessarily remember them all. I've got a good understanding, but not a complete one. I never claimed it was. All I know is Bob equals strong. That's the only truth we need concern ourselves with. Wee! Do you like my backflip? I think it's pretty cool. Oof. And then... Well, not every booth lands, unfortunately. But the booths that do are the booths that are great. Yeah, we're just fighting. We just sort of go. Ugh! It's the dual Bob action is upon us. Get out of the way. This is between Bob and himself. The only one worthy. Wee! Woohoo-wee! Oh, gold! Gordon Rennet! Gordon Rennet, the Renaissance man. He can bake a cake, he can. Ooh! Why doesn't anyone believe me? Yeah, I knocked all the chickens out of you, you better believe it. I'm right as rain. Rain, the most correct substance. Very high crime rate, but he's got vigilance. Bob's got a very strong sense of justice. And he will punch all sorts in the name of it. Right, well, on Bob's recommendation, we'd better go to a tourist city, hadn't we? Seahorse Grand Hotel. Time to eat the Seahorse Grand Hotel. The most excellent choice of the 5 of them that we were given. As assessed by you, the general public. So no complaining. Because in the end, it was your idea. Yeah. Development. Sort of wallpapering over the fact that it's right by the crime slums. I guess we're still sort of pretending that that's a coincidence. But it's only gonna get faster if I disobey myself. So in the end, everyone's gotta have a fluffy friend. Learn about them. Took a while to kick a box to death, I'm afraid to say. I wanted to kick it faster, but I wasn't allowed. Picking up chicken, picking up chicken up, chicken up, ribbit up, 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 up. Burn your hotels away. Please be stopped. No. The Indigo Lab. It's the Indigo Lab, my Interesting conclusion. We shall examine that. We shall examine that when we get to the beach. We shall examine that when we get to preach. So what's the excuse for why we're punching everyone in the hotel district? We don't seem to be appreciably safer, Bob, I'm sorry to say. What if hotels are the real crime? Have you ever thought? Have I done you a Black Mirror just then? Huh? That's right, I'm asking the uncomfortable questions, like has a hotel committed a crime today? What if a Premier Inn ate all the tax fraud, there'd be none left for the rest of us? Why do you think we would know that? Oh, we do. I've got feathers on my back, you don't get to give me instructions. I'm gonna get Eddie. No matter what, and I've decided to make it your problem. At the hotel. So like, I was gonna say I'm not sure why you thought I'd know where Eddie was, but in fairness I did. I mean, I guess well no, because you didn't know he was involved in the Tekken force, so the fact that I'm here in their uniform would not have mattered. I don't know, it's even more you know, when it was a tournament, you know, it all feels a bit of a contrivance, but the fact that it's a tournament structure and we have to fight all with each other anyway, makes more sense than just finding someone on a street. I'll give it, this is why having the King of Iron Fist tournament established, you've taken it for granted. You don't know what you have when you have it. Could have explained all of this. But no. No, we had to get high concept. Well, mid-concept. They're talking about paranoia for some reason. Is this the explanation of why everyone in the hotel was trying to punch us? We've got paranoid hotel residents and now that's why we fight. Weird, but okay. Violet Systems. Well, I know who's in there, but I don't know who's going to be in a deserted temple, but we'll leave all of that for next time, I reckon. So tune in next time, I reckon. Bye.